Kenneth Conklin. I'm the 44th ESB Chaplain. I'm your outstanding shepherd. I wanted to speak for a few minutes on suicide awareness. Now, we just finished Suicide Awareness and Prevention Month in September. And so, for a few minutes, I want to briefly address those people in our formation who are struggling, whether with depression, darker thoughts, or even suicidal ideations. Now, odds are good you know some of them. Maybe you're even one of them. And as we enter fall, and the days get shorter, and it's darker outside longer, and the nights are longer, we prepare for the holiday season in just a few short months. Here are some things to ponder and to think about. Say that your battle buddy, Private Joe Snuffy, or maybe Jane Snuffy, finds themselves dealing with some difficult thoughts. Maybe they've had a really difficult time, and this is even before COVID, and those restrictions made everything so much more difficult to deal with. Now, say that Joe has had some issues that he doesn't always like talking about. He's experiencing depressing thoughts that he doesn't want, where most people have what passes for normal days of good things happening or happy feelings. Most of the time, Joe doesn't feel that. He struggles with being in an emotionally difficult place. Maybe it's a spiritually dark place, like a deep, dark pit, an inner place that he can't get out of. He'll be lonelier than normal. That may mean that he'll feel alone when he's in a crowd. Ordinary life won't be as enjoyable or fun as most of us would see it. He doesn't want life to be like this, but he doesn't have a choice. That's the way it is. Is it because there's something going wrong in his brain? Is it a neural imbalance? Or maybe on the spiritual side, is God angry with him? Or is the devil punishing him? The simple fact is, we don't know why some people experience depression and others don't. Nobody knows exactly. The reality is, it's a painful existence of life that most people simply don't enjoy experiencing. They also don't want to experience it long term. And for many people, it's reality for them for weeks, months, if not years. And what happens if Joe wants all of these dark thoughts and depressing thoughts to stop, and is so desperate to do so that he decides to end his life through suicide? And what happens if Joe won't talk to you about any of this? What if he thinks there's a stigma attached to asking for help? What happens when Joe won't share that inner pit with you and instead acts like things are okay up until he kills himself? What we do know is that people in our formation, our military family, are suffering, and they are in emotional, spiritual, and psychological pain, and we want to help them and take care of them. This is the messy reality we face in trying to care for our people. We can strive to know each of our soldiers as well as we can, but only if they let us into their lives and are upfront with us. That means listening to their story, but we can't do that unless they talk to us. And sometimes that's the hard part. Now, if you're someone struggling with dark thoughts, with depression, or if you're in that deep, dark pit, please remember, you are not alone, no matter how much it feels like you are. People will miss you if you take that ultimate way out through suicide. You have no idea how many people care about you unless you let them know you're struggling. Most of all, the biggest thing you can do is to talk to someone else, especially a professional, whether it's someone like me, a chaplain, or embedded behavioral health, or another professional like a psychiatrist, someone who is able to walk with you through the long haul. Getting actual help is the main solution for you. Now, all these thoughts, all these dark thoughts right now may make sense in your head, but once you actually expose those thoughts to sunlight, to fresh air, and to real life, you'll find out what's true and what's not. That means lowering our shields, taking our emotional and mental masks off, and being vulnerable with the right people, people that we can trust, people who won't hurt us. Now, the Army teaches us to ask, care, and escort, and that's a wonderful tool. We also have assist training. That's another great tool. We have all these wonderful tools and resources available. The main thing for us is to be able to talk to someone else, to realize that we are not alone as we face this battle. And so, I'm Chaplain Kenneth Conklin. I'm the 44th ESB Chaplain, your outstanding shepherd. I wanted to share that with you today. Thank you, and God bless you.